Hello guys, welcome back to another YouTube video with Tank Reaper. Today on World of Tanks Console, that's right boys and girls, and we're covering the last of the Tier 2 German tanks down here at Tier 2. It's the Panzerjager I. Pretty decent little tank short. It has the Panzer I's hull, which as you can see by the tracks in the hull, it's literally the Panzer I's hull with a pretty much a better tank gun to be mounted on the top of the vehicle. So yeah, let's get right into some of the stats though of the tank and the commander, and then take it out into a battle and see how this thing a little bit performs. I mean, it's a tier 2 vehicle, but the armor, well, we'll talk about the armor in a little while. By standard AP rounds, the penetration of the standard AP is 62 meters penetration. APCR is 115. That's enough to go through the toughest tier 2 tank, which is... I keep on going forward, I don't know why. It's the Panzer 38H735F. I mean, that's one of the toughest tier 2 tanks. But the HE shells gets 24 meters penetration, damage is 60 for both the AP and APCR, and damage for the HE is 75. Hit points is 120, max speed is 40 miles per hour, view range is 384, and concealment is 251. Which I would rather put concealment in view range so that you can spot your enemies and stuff like that. Remember, this was a Tech 3 tank, so it does get an option of 2 different guns. You got the stock 3.7 centimeter pack TL47 gun. The rate of fire is 37.75. Accuracy at 100 meters is 0.39. Damage is 40 and penetration is 42. You can only carry up to 96 rounds. The fully upgraded gun is the 44.7 centimeter pack TL43 gun. The rate of fire is 26.67. The accuracy at 100 meters is 0.35. How much ammunition you can carry in this gun is 84, as you can see there. I mean, maybe this one is better with the rate of fire, but this one has better, well, accuracy and better damage, and also better penetration. Even with its standard rounds, it's better penetration, but less ammunition capability than the fully upgraded gun. I mean, the stock gun. I put my equipment. I put advanced optics. View range is 10%. Advanced concealment reduces your detectability range by the enemy tanks, and also advanced gun line drive. Shell aiming speed is 12%. I put repair kit, first aid, and a fire extinguisher. Never know you're gonna need it. Put 74 rounds of AP. 5 rounds of APCR and 5 rounds of HE. Again, never know, but you're going to need all of that stuff. And I put my good, trusty German tank destroyer commander in here. I have 6 cents, which is pretty decent. Even though if you don't want to put 6 cents, you could put something else in replace of 6 cents. I mean, if I would have an option of putting something else in replacement for 6 cents, will probably be snapshot, or at least something different than that, maybe repairs or fire extinguisher if you get caught on fire and stuff. Oh, wrong button. Green thumb, 10% increase to vehicle camo factor when in a bush, which is really good when you're trying to stay sneaky. Situational awareness, 6% increase to max view range, so meaning you could really spot enemy tanks more farther out there. And rapid loading, which means 10% increase to gun reload speed, which is really good for a tank destroyer, especially when you can need to get that damage out there, your shells out there at the enemy tanks and stuff. Let's go back to, and let's look at the armor. I mean, it's based upon Panzer I's hull, so the armor is not really going to be much of a big anything difference there. So yeah. First off, there's 5 meter thickness, which looks like the belly of the tank and the inside fighting compartment, as you can see in there, right there, and also a little bit around the gun and underneath the gun, I guess you could say, gun shield. Then you have 8 meter thickness, which is the upper braces and the engine deck. 10-meter sickness, which is the gun, and the tracks, which again, tracks acts like space armor, but there's no reason for you to be shooting the tracks. 13-meter sickness, which is the low graces, where the driver sits, the sides, and the rear of the hull, as you see there. And 14-meter sickness, which is the little gun shield and these little bits on the left and right of the tank. But that little gun shield is not going to protect you from much guns in the game. 14-meter sickness, actually, if I'm correct, let's take the Panzer I's gun. Penetration 30. And this tank's gun shield is, let's see again, 14. So the Panzer I is going to go right through your gun shield. So it really doesn't matter about your gun shield being great. It just depends on how sneaky you are and how much great, like, stealth you have and all that. I guess you could say all that. But we'll stick this thing out into a game, guys, because that's going to be enough for in the garage. And we'll see what she can do in a battlefield. See you guys there. So guys, we're back on mines, and yes, this was... was it good? I really don't know if you want to say good game, but was it bad? Well, you're just gonna have to sit there and relax and wait. There is one player on the enemy team, which, well, I mean, I'm just going to say this much. If you're at this tier, or you're at any tier course with a tank destroyer, leave your team help you spot, especially if you're in something like this that has no turret and has barely any armor. Just leave your team spot for you, so that way you can punish the enemy team with your gun. Hopefully your gun is really good with reload. If it's not, maybe with a derp gun, maybe use it as more of an assault tank destroyer, but this thing is not an assault vehicle. It's more of your sniping kind of tank destroyer. We do see a bush though, fine. And I'm sorry if I interrupted myself. But we do see a bush falling forward, and I'm just getting back here, pushing this bush down so that way we can start shooting. My first shot completely misses that M2. My second shot actually hits, it did some damage. That, I don't know where that went to. We actually take that guy out after someone else hit him, which is pretty good. We see a medium tank down there, but we just don't have no sights on him. And we see the two light tanks up there. I want to get behind this bush so that way I can start shooting at these guys. This shot misses. Bad aim from my apartment. And that probably hit the rock. That shot completely takes out that T-60, I think. I think that was a T-60. Yeah, T-60. Russian light tank. Tier 2 light tank. We see this guy comes out. We put one shot into that guy. That's actually the player. And I really want to take this tank out because that's a deadly Tier 2 light tank. But my second shot completely missed. And he's staying behind that rock. He knows somebody's hitting him pretty dang hard from back here. I mean, I bet he knows that there's somebody hitting him back here. I really don't want to get spotted. And I'm hoping that he does pop back out, but he's not going to pop back out. So that tells me he pretty much knows what he's doing, which is, well, good. If he knows what he's doing down here at this tier. We do got one of our teammates taken out. I go forward, but I go backwards because I actually see a light tank coming out. That shot just went right into the building. He pulls backwards. He knows he's spotted. So it means he probably has a good crew. We put one shot into that tank. Put another shot into this light tank. Can I put a shot into this guy? Nope. That whizzes right past this tank. Put another shot into that guy, the actual player. They're coming along that side. That shot completely misses him. But we do put a shot into him right there. We do get spotted. Put another shot into this what's spawn, the Swedish tank. Put another shot into the Swedish tank. And it's just me and our teammate left. We take this guy out. Where's the extra player? Well, that's not the extra player, but we do take him out. And I think what's left is this heavy. Actually, no. The actual player does get taken out by my teammate. I put a good shot into this Japanese medium. And that guy took him out. That shot completely misses. Hit him, damage his engine, and we actually made a, I think, a 4 versus 2 to a 1 versus 2, which is good. One good shot, boom, he's dead, he's out. Get the heck out of this ball game right now, buddy. We actually got a pretty decent win there, guys, but this was a good game for me. As you can see, 5 kills, pretty decent for a little tier 2 tank. Sure, that was basically sneaky throughout almost the whole game. But if you guys like this video, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you guys want to. And like always, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye for now.